Hello everyone, this is George with the Paper Panda Crafts. I am back with another video, and on today's video I'm going to be doing a quick review on the Fiskars Bypass Rotary Cutter. If you'd like to see what I think about it, stay tuned. Alright guys, so I've had this cutter for a while. I bought it on Amazon after a guillotine cutter that I'll put a picture of somewhere around here. Didn't work out. It just didn't do a great job, and it wasn't like the old ones that we had like in school where you could just cut a tree trunk in half with it. It was flimsy, and it didn't cut. Like, I put a piece of chipboard in it and it cut it, but it didn't cut it all the way to the end, and it just tore it at the end, and it just wasn't great. And when I finally got it to work, I found out that the thing was crooked, and it was just a mess. So I returned that one, and I put the credit for that towards this. This was a little pricey. It wasn't super expensive like the industrial cutter that I had a few videos back that everybody loved, which thank you all very much for your kind comments and everything. It was great. But I believe this one on Amazon is... So this one on Amazon right now is $72.99. That's about how much I paid for it. I think I paid maybe $69.99, somewhere around there. But you can find this one on Amazon. You can find it at Michael's. I think they even have it at Hobby Lobby for about the same price, give or take. Although you can't really use any coupons on this at Hobby Lobby. I'm not sure about Michael's. Because this is one of those things that's like, quote unquote, always on sale. But you're going to see it about the same price everywhere. So like I said, it is a little bit pricey, but it does do a really good job of cutting, and because it has this dual bar system right here, you're going to get a really straight cut every single time. And the blade is self-sharpening. It basically runs itself on this metal edge, and it will sharpen each time. And there's been a few times where I've had to do this with it just to get it sharp again, because it does get dull. So, to me it seemed to make a difference to run it back and forth to kind of sharpen the blade a little bit. This will cut chipboard, but it will only cut one piece at a time. And you really have to have some strength to just really pull this thing back quickly, and just in one solid smooth motion. And you have to really hold down the chipboard over here. It will cut it, but you have to have a lot of force and a lot of strength to be able to get it cut evenly, and have it to not have it move on you while you're cutting it. So I've had that happen plenty of times, and it just, when that happens, I don't know why, I'm just like, you know what, I'm not even in the mood anymore. So now this does unfold, so you do get a full 13 inches of measurement here. Only thing that bugs me is between 5.5 and 6. That's where the fold line is, so it's kind of hard to gauge anything. So if you want something that's like 5 3/4, good luck, because it's not here. So you kind of have to guess at it, or make your mark on it before and then put it here and cut. That's really my only complaint with this. It does have rubber feet on the back. So it does a good job of staying in place. It doesn't really slide very easily. You really have to be pushing on it to get it to slide. but let me cut a few things for you all so you can see what it does and how it does it. And let me get a few things and I'll be right back. Alright, I am back. I've got just a few pieces of scrap chipboard. I don't want to waste one of my big 12 by 12 pieces, so I won't be cutting one of those, but I just have some scraps, and I have some scrap paper that I'll show you how easily and how straight and accurate it cuts. I've had quite a few cutters since I've gotten started in paper crafting, which hasn't been very long. I would say I've been doing it for maybe 2 years, if that long. Not really sure, but paper crafting grabbed me and didn't let go. But I don't know, I'm just addicted to it. So yeah, but in that time I've had quite a few cutters. I've had the guillotine cutter that I told you about a minute ago. I had this one cutter thing from We Are Memory Keepers that turned out to be just a total piece of junk, and I returned it. I'll throw up a picture of it here somewhere. I have my trusty trim and scoreboard from We Are Memory Keepers. I do love this thing, but this is the first version, and I can't get replacement blades for it anymore. I might get the next version, but you know, I might just try sharpening this blade again. Maybe take some aluminum foil and cut some aluminum foil strips with it and see if that'll sharpen the blade up a little bit. I have this cutter from Creative Memories, which I did a review on. If you would like to watch that one, if you're interested, I will link it down in the description box, or I'll throw up a card at the top of the video somewhere. I'm pointing where it might be, so but yeah, so I'll link that video if you want to check it out. I did a review on this. And then I also have my little Cricut trimmer, which I picked up at Walmart. I think this is honestly the first trimmer that I got when I started with my Cricut and doing vinyl, like decals and stuff like that, and it evolved from there. But yeah, this was like my first trimmer. I would use this to cut vinyl and everything else. I didn't really cut paper with it, and I still don't think I cut paper with this. I mainly cut my vinyl sheets with this. But yeah, so to me, I've had quite a few trimmers in the short amount of time. But anyway, back to this one. So I will say the good thing about this one is that if you want to do something small, like if you want to get a smaller cut or cut a smaller piece, this will do it. So it is kind of tricky where if you want to get like a 1-inch piece or something, it's a little tricky to find the correct measurement over here. But once you've used it enough and you get to know it a little bit, you'll know where it is. You'll know where your lines are. All these lines line up with one of the measurements on this guide. I will say one of the good things that they do have the measuring guide here on this side, in the middle, and on this side, so you can really get things straight and accurate. So this does have this little protective guide here, or guard here, to protect your fingers, and it has a little lock, so that way I guess when you store it, this thing won't go flapping around everywhere. So you just like any other bypass cutter, you're going to put your piece through here, and my thing is I always hold this with the guard, and you just, that's it. So you can get some pretty accurate, smaller cuts that you might not be able to do with the larger industrial cutter that I demoed in the last video. I will say though is that with these smaller cuts, this will tend to kind of bend the chipboard a little bit, versus if you were to put it here with cutting a larger piece, it doesn't bend it as much, but it still kind of bends it. And that might be because my blade might be a little dull, but... and I can never cut stuff going this way. It always messes up. Oh, well, of course, it did it fine that time. But every other time I've tried, it always gets messed up. So, but yeah, you can, like I said, you can do some really small, intricate cuts with this. If you don't want to drag out or use the big cutter for something like that, you can do it with this one. With paper, it's the same kind of thing. Obviously, you're just going to line up your cut, and you can cut all your cutouts, your cut-aparts, whatever you want to call them. You can cut those all up, especially with this one. I mean, these are just little squares, so it's pretty simple. But I believe this will also cut fabric. One of the reviews that I read before I bought it, they did say that they used it to cut fabric, but that was just a random person. I don't know if it's actually intended for that. I've never cut fabric on it because I'm not a fabric person. I don't sew or anything like that. So, but yeah, it is a really good trimmer. It's a little on the pricey side, but it does come in handy if you need something a little bit more heavy duty than one of these trimmers. But you don't need something so heavy like the industrial trimmer from my other video. So I will say that this cutter is Paper Panda approved. But like I said, be ready if you want to cut chipboard with it, larger pieces, be ready to really hold it down in place and really do one solid smooth motion. So that's the only thing that you have to be prepared for with this. So anyway, well, that's it, you guys. If you like what you saw, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. You can see me on the socials. All that is linked down in the description box below. And you can check out my Etsy shop there too. And that's it. Most importantly, don't forget to subscribe. So anyway, that's it. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.